Alright, today we are cleaning a carburetor. This one is from a Kohler engine. The easiest way to start this is to remove the carburetor, clean it on the outside, and then go here and remove the solenoid. This is like a 1/2 inch wrench. You have to fit it to the screw there. Alright, so solenoid has a gasket. Make sure that's intact. It has a rubber tip. That rubber should be in good condition. And it should be moving. Then we have the bowl. That has to be extraordinarily clean inside. There is a float with a needle valve. In order to remove the float, we just have to take the pin out. The pin here holds the float in place so that it doesn't float away. That's one of the things to avoid. It comes out very easy. Now we remove the float. There it is. Make sure there is no gasoline in it, so it has no hole. It has to float. If it's full of gasoline, it doesn't float. And this here is the needle valve. We can remove that too. That also has to be not corroded, clean. We look for debris in the holes and we blow air into the holes. So if there should be debris in there, we blow it away with pressurized air. They have spray cans with pressurized air, that'll work. But the more pressure, the better. Protect your eyes, because you blow in one hole and the air comes out and the debris possibly in the other hole, pointing at your eye, so not so good. This little one is very important here. That's where the gasoline goes in. There we need to clean for sure. And then in here, blows it up into the carburetor. This one, for the needle valve, is it blows it out through the fuel inlet there. Here, big hole. Clean those. Right. I'm sorry. Cough a little. Right, so and you blow in here, comes out there. 90-degree angle. Protective glasses are really important in this kind of scenario. Because it comes out gasoline and debris. Metal shavings, rocks, dirt. Stuff you don't want in your eye. So in here is a few holes where you can spray with your air nozzle in. Basically what you do is like just blowing through all the holes. Behind this seal here, metal seal, is another one where you can't get to otherwise. If you have to open this, you need a carburetor repair kit. I think this is all too much work, because this whole carburetor I got from eBay for $35. The OEM part is $160. So it makes sense to get a new one if it's that bad. There we go with the needle valve back into the valve seat. And we secure the float with this little pin. All this has to come together very easy and without any force. I'm going to zoom in closer to check the function of the needle valve. There is no adjustment possible in this case because it's all plastic. There is the valve, and when I move the float up and down carefully, you see the valve moving. If the float would have metal connections there you can bend, then you can adjust it, but in this case you can't. Next thing that is important is this rubber ring here. The seal, it seals the bowl from the environment so that gasoline cannot leak out. Since this rubber ring is not round, but it has a squared edge, it is important that this ring is not twisted. It has to be nice and smooth on there. You know, when it's twisted like this, then gasoline can escape. So it needs to fit nice and snug around here, and then we attach the clean bowl on top like this, and the solenoid will hold this bowl in place. Don't forget the gasket there, the red one here. Sorry. Just don't tighten it too much and twisting the coil there. We use a wrench to do this. Right, and that's when we have the carb cleaned and ready to use. At the end, what you can do once you have the carb back running, you can adjust the idle speed of the carb. And before I forget, the idle speed you adjust later on that screw there. That's where you adjust the idle speed. Faster and idle. Screw it in more, it will be faster.